Okay, everyone, welcome to our team call tonight. I'm really excited to have everybody with us. Um, we have a special guest with us tonight. Her name is Crystal Smith, and she is the leader of Team Furiously Fit and one of my good friends. She signed up as a coach. It was about the same time as me, right, Crystal? Wasn't it? When did you sign up as a coach?
It'll be 2 years this April.
April. Okay, so yeah, right before me because I signed up June. It'll be
Yeah.
2 years. Isn't that crazy
I
already?
know. Goes by fast.
Yeah. Okay. And she is a current 3-star diamond, about to go 4-star. Very exciting. Um, and she's got some awesome information to share with us tonight. Her top tips on how she runs her business and how all of us can be successful coaches like her. But she's such a fun girl. I had the pleasure to spend a few days with her at Summit this last July, and we'll get to do it again this July. I hope everybody is on the waiting list if you don't already have your ticket for Summit, because it is an unforgettable experience. And words can't even describe how much fun it was and how enlightening it was and inspiring. And it's just such a cool atmosphere to be in. I mean, there were like 20,000 coaches there, and we're all like working to better ourselves and to help other people. It's just such a cool atmosphere. So that should be like a huge goal for everybody, is to get to Nashville. So worth it. So worth it. Okay, so our time is limited, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn it over to Crystal, and then I have a couple of questions that I want to ask her at the very end. So we are recording this, so you guys can pass this on to your coaches and the rest of our team when we're done. Hopefully I remember as people come in to mute them. But I'm going to go ahead and mute myself in case my kids barge in, okay? Okay,
Awesome.
I'll turn it over to you, Crystal. Go right ahead.
Cool. Hey guys. Okay, so I'm super excited to have this opportunity to talk on your guys' call tonight. When Wendy mentioned it to me, I was like, heck yeah! And if you were to ask me 2 years ago to talk in front of people, I would have been like, heck no! And so I have changed so much in the past 2 years because of Beachbody, and so I am just a completely different person. So I'm going to share with you 4 tips that have helped me to become a successful Beachbody coach. And I don't know if some of you are in some of the a group right now with some of the bigger leaders. I know maybe Wendy is. But the other day, Tara Barron, she got on a call and she shared the 8 F's, and she called it what is your effing why? And I kind of was like, what the heck is she going to talk about? But as she got into it, I was like, oh my heck, this is so good, because this is what I do with my business. And so I'm going to share with you guys those 8 F's, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about this. But I feel like finding your why and having your why be your foundation of your business will always help you to push through when you want to give up, when you are struggling, when you don't want to do another reach out. It's going to be that foundation of where you're always going to turn to help push you through to the next level. So the first F is family. So, write down all your family members, write down your kids' names, and write down who is in your family. Number 2, finances and your business. What do you want from Beachbody financially? What do you want in your business? Do you want to be a diamond coach? Do you want to be an emerald coach? Do you want to be a star diamond coach? Whatever it is, write it down. Number 3, fitness and health. Now, this one, it's always going to change as well as your finances and stuff, because as you hit those certain ranks, you're going to be wanting to go to the next and next. But as you're hitting these goals, you just want to, set one where it doesn't feel so out of reach from you. So what are your health and fitness goals? What are you wanting to achieve in this year? Are you wanting to lose that last 10 pounds? Are you wanting to gain muscle? Are you, just wanting to run up the stairs without being winded? That was me. And so you just have to write it down. Let's see. Number 4, food and nutrition. Like, what kind of foods do you want to eat? What kind of nutrition do you want in your house? Maybe limit going out to eat for, to like once a week or something. But whatever it is, like, write it down. Number 5, fun stuff. Now, this is one thing that I used to kind of feel guilty about being a mom, is like, oh my gosh, I don't have time for myself. I don't have time to go out and get a pedicure or get my hair done. But you have to make that time for you, because guess what? It's healthy, and it will make you a better mom, a better wife, a better friend, a better coach. So write down fun things that you want to do. And it can be like anything, even if it's like just going and sitting at the mall watching people. Like, I don't know. I find that fun. It doesn't have to cost money. Just find something where you can spend time for you. 6, free time. Like, what do you like to do on your free time? Do you like, to just maybe go read a book in a park? Do you like to crochet? Do you like to sew? There's all these different things. Like, what do you like to do when you're not working? And this is super important when you need to schedule time not to work. Number 7, friends and relationship. Like, who are your friends, and what kind of relationships do you want to have with them? Do you want to have that, invite a family over every night or once a week for dinner? Or maybe go out on a date night with friends, like whatever it is. You can just come up with something. Number 8, faith. Now, this can be anything, it doesn't have to be a religion or whatever. Like, you can just go out in nature and enjoy nature. Whatever faith means to you, write it down. So those are the 8 F's to your effing Y. And I kind of liked that. So that was the first step of this. And then the second step, I really liked how she says, be the curious child. And I really liked how she put this, because you know how kids are. We're all moms, and they always ask, but why, Mom? And you're like, because I said so. And then they're like, but why? And they just keep asking and asking and asking. And so you guys need to take every single F, and you need to put your why into those F's. And you need to be that curious child and say, why is this important to me? Why do I, want to take my family to Disneyland? And why do I want to bring my husband home from his job he doesn't like? You need to go deeper than just writing down the F's. You need to get into it. And then step 3 is visualize it. And I really, really loved this, because it's really funny, because me and my husband, we always go on these home websites, and we look at these homes that are like, seriously, way out of our price range. They're like $1 million homes. But I visualize myself walking in these homes, pretending like it's my home. How does it smell? How does how does it feel to walk inside a home? How does it feel to walk inside this garage with your car parked in there, and you don't have to, scrape the snow off of it? How does, use the 5 senses, like see, feel, hear, taste, like, when you take your family to Disneyland, how is it going to feel to see your kids' faces with excitement? How is the food going to taste at Disneyland? You need to visualize it and go really deep into your why, because when you're going deep into your why, it's going to make it real, right? Because we're creating positive vibes to the universe, and it's going to just create it to push us harder to want to achieve it. Because when you have those hard months and you want to give up, you're going to be like, oh man, no, I can't give up because, you know, I feel how awesome it's going to be when I take my kids to Disneyland. You have that. You need to add emotion or emotion into this, into your whys. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. But that was my first tip. My second tip is Success Club. Okay. Like, I was just at leadership a couple of weeks ago, and this was like a huge one that they kept talking about. And a lot of coaches were asking Melanie Mitro and Bonnie, what do they talk about with their new coaches? And on their GSR calls, it was Success Club. That's all they go over. How important hitting Success Club is, and how hitting Success Club can move your business forward as you're pushing it. And when you sign up your new coaches, tell them how easy it is to hit Success Club. Because when you sign up a coach and be like, oh yeah, well, some months it's harder than other months, you know, but it's usually easy for me, then you're going to automatically put that in their mind of, okay, well, it's wishy-washy. You know, some months I'll hit it, some months I won't. But you need to start off saying, no, you're going to hit Success Club every single month, because then they start believing it. And then they start having, okay, I can do this. You know, my coach said it's going to be easy, so I'm going to do it. So hit Success Club no matter what every single month. And if you are struggling hitting Success Club, guess what? Push a little bit harder. How many reach outs are you doing? You know, go back to the basics, which I'm going to go over in the next tip. But go back into the basics of, well, how many invites am I doing? How many reach outs am I doing? And move it up, because obviously you're not doing enough to hit Success Club. So I like tell my coaches all the time, I'm like, you know, there's some months where I am like, okay, well, this is an off month for me, so I'm going to have to work extra hard. And even like top coaches, you know, they have to work extra hard. If you look at Melanie Mitro, the reason why she's where she is, because she's doing that little more than the second coach, you know, in the businesses, and the third coach. She's doing that little more. So if you want to be at the next, you have to do a little bit more and give a little bit more work. Tip number 3, the 3 vital behaviors. I know this is like all simple, basic stuff to you guys, but this is like the fundamental stuff of our business. And I feel like a lot of us coaches, since there's so much training out there, we make this business so much harder than it really is. And when you are focusing on your 3 vital behaviors and you are being consistent with those 3 vital behaviors, you will see your business grow. And so the first one, invite. Now this one, I like to look at it as not only inviting people to join me in my challenge groups, my free clean eating groups or whatever. I go and ask people, how are you doing? And, you know, I do about 30 of these a day, and I just go out and just shoot people the message, hey, how are you doing? Because I'm relighting that fire and I'm building that relationship with that person. And guess what? That is also an invite, because I'm going to keep talking to that person, and then they're going to be like, oh my gosh, girl, I saw your transformation pictures. Like, they look awesome. There's my opportunity to go in and invite them to my challenge group. Oh my gosh, well, I have a challenge group starting next Monday. You know, would you like to join me? There you go. You know, just like, and I have people messaging me all the time from other companies, and they just say, I'll be like, hey, how are you doing? And then they'll be like, oh my gosh, I just started, Herbalife or whatever, and it's awesome. You should da 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 da, without even asking me, like, how are you? Tell me more about you. Like, they didn't even ask me. Get to know people. And that is so important when you're inviting people, because you're building that trust with them. And I feel like so many of us make it harder than it is, when it's really just a simple, hey, how are you? And then you just go with the flow of the conversation, and then you jump into inviting them. Number 2, being proof of the product. I know Carl Deichler has been making this like a huge one for this year. And like I'm pushing this on my coaches. I told them, I said, if you guys are not getting results, like look at your nutrition, look at how hard you're pushing in your workouts. If your nutrition is off, like if you're buying chips and crap, like don't buy it. You know, like I just kind of like be straight up forward with them, because you are wanting people to come join you. So you need to set the example for them. I'm not saying you can't eat chips and stuff, but eat it in moderation, where you're not putting on 5 pounds by downing 2 bags of chips in a day. Like, eat it in moderation. And, I do post all the time of like Oreos, or cupcakes or whatever, because I like that stuff. But I also let my viewers know that I am doing this in moderation, and I'm still being proof of Beachbody's product. One thing that I've been posting a lot about, I know we do like the Shakeology post a lot, but I've actually been posting a lot about the Beachbody Performance line, especially the Energize. And I've been getting so many people like, what is Energize? Because I've tried a lot of pre-workouts in the past and they've made me really sick. But with Energize, I haven't gotten sick, and it still gives me that boost. I don't have a crash, and I feel awesome. So, share stuff other than Shakeology, other than your workout program that you're doing. There's so much more of Beachbody to share. We have the skin line, and we have the performance line. You are just, even if you're like being proof of the product, for me is also being proof that you are a successful coach. And with that, it's like, well, guess what? I am doing team calls. I get to, go to, on a cruise with Beachbody. I get to go to Summit. Like, I am such a successful coach that I am going to share that with you. So I feel like being proof of the product as well. We're coaches. So we need to also talk about coaching, and we don't have to do it in a way of like, oh my gosh, come join me. I'm doing a what is coaching group. Do it like you would your workouts, like for me, what was one I did recently? You're a mom and you're busy and you're running around, but guess what? You still can work. And I take pictures of me working on my couch, and I just share things that make other people want to join me. I did a post actually the other day. I confessed to Missy that I actually saw her in Costco one day before I signed up as a Beachbody coach. And I totally like ran the other way, because I knew if I saw her, she was going to be like, so when are you going to sign up as a coach? Even though she probably would have never done that. But I totally confessed on social media. And it was the first time I ever told Missy that, that I ran away from her in Costco. But, so I was just shooting it out to people, like if they're ever like, if afraid of me to, if they were afraid that I was going to approach them that way, that we need to talk, because I was that person too. And so be proof of the product, you guys. Okay. Personal development. This one is super huge. I love personal development. I've been making it a goal to try to get 4 hours of it in a day. Because as your team is growing, you're going to have a lot more coaches coming to you, and they're going to need help. They're going to need that uplift. They're going to need you to motivate them. And so you kind of have to double up because you're like, crap, I'm struggling. This girl's struggling. How am I going to get us both through this? And so personal development is super important. If you are failing as a person, your business is going to fail as well. And so you need to be a strong person so your business is strong, and you will be there to uplift your coaches, uplift people that come to you and criticize you, because you're going to get those critics. I've had them. And you're going to have those haters. But guess what? Those haters make us stronger coaches, and they just make us better people. So we just love them. But seriously, for personal development, this is what I also tell my coaches. There's so much personal development out there. And when my coaches come to me and say, hey, what is your favorite personal development book? What would you recommend for me? I instantly, I don't shout out like a whole bunch of different personal development books at them. I ask them, what are you struggling with right now? And I want to give them a personal development book that would actually help them. Because if they're such an organized person, why would I give them a personal development book that will help them with organizing? You know, it just doesn't make sense. You need to find things that you're struggling with and go find a book that will help you mentally get it down, you know, figure it out. So personal development, do it every day. You know, there's Audible, which is awesome. I do that. And I do it when I'm cooking. Like I listen to it when I'm cooking, when I'm driving, when I'm cleaning my house. Like there's no way that us busy moms cannot get in personal development. And plus we don't have to hear our kids scream and yelling at us. So that's a plus. And I don't know if you guys heard, but they're thinking about making a fourth vital behavior, and that's recognition. And I feel like this is so important too. Not only do we need to recognize our coaches for all their hard work, so we can do like the Success Club every week, we can do the top volume earners, but also recognize your challengers, even in your free clean eating groups. Like shout them out and be like, girl, you did so awesome. Or like shout it out like on your Facebook saying, I ran my clean eating group this week and we had this amount, 30 pounds of weight loss just from, cleaning up their clean eating or their food, nutrition, whatever. But recognize people, because people like that. And people it makes them feel good. It uplifts them. So recognize people. And the thing with these 3 vital behaviors is you have to be consistent. If you are not consistent, then your business is going to go down. I want to tell you guys that I built my business my whole first year as a coach. It was probably actually the first year and a half as a coach, because I just got my computer last October. But I built my business all from my iPhone 4, like from my phone. You guys, I felt like I was going to get carpal tunnel some days because I was like typing just messages on my phone, because my husband, we only had one computer. He's in school full time, works full time. So he was always gone with the computer. And so when it came to me working, I had a choice of, well, I'm not, going to do my 3 vital behaviors today because I don't have a computer. I had to do them no matter what. And it was because I was consistent through all those times where I have become successful. The last tip that I want to share with you is confidence. When you guys are talking and doing all of these things, have confidence in yourself that you will be a successful Beachbody coach, that you will be able to achieve all your whys, and that you will hit Success Club every single month, that you will be able to do the 3 vital behaviors, and you will be able to be where you want to be with this business. Have confidence in it. Have confidence when you're talking to people. One thing that Bonnie had mentioned at Leadership is what she does is she puts a smile on her face when she is doing her messages, because when she smiles, she said, it sends all these like crazy things to your brain and it makes it all like happy and stuff. So if you're struggling with, oh my gosh, I do not want to like reach out to anyone today, put a smile on your face, have confidence, and like put on some music and just rock it out, because this business is so fun. It's blessed my life. It's blessed my family's life. And I'm just so, so grateful for it. So hopefully my tips help you guys. I know they're simple, they're basic, but this business is simple and basic. And I feel like a lot of us just make it harder than it is. So anyways.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Crystal.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was I good on time? I was trying to rush that.
You're great. Okay. Yeah, you're totally great. I wanted to ask you what your why is.
Okay. Well,
why?
I know, right? Okay, we have 10 minutes. Okay, so my why is very strong, because I don't know if you know about my past, but me and my husband, we have filed for bankruptcy like 6 years ago. We live in a 1,300 square feet apartment for the past 6 years. My kids share a yard with three other families. We have never owned a house. We've had all of our stuff taken away from us. And I'm just to the point where I want a house for my family. And this year, my husband, he's not going to be able to work this fall because he's doing student teaching. And so we're going to be living off of my income. And so my family is my very strong why. Every time I want to quit, like I just think of them, because when your kids come to you a lot of the time and say, when are we going to get a house? It's hard. You know, you're just like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to rock this. And so, yeah, my family is very big on why.
That's awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Okay, so I guess that kind of like goes hand in hand, but what are you most excited about, like, in the next year, like with your business? What are you most looking forward to?
I'm mostly looking forward to my team going elite. Like, I believe my team will go elite this year. We're shooting to hit it by May. So we're pushing super, super hard. And like, I just want that for them, because we've all worked so hard. So that, and to double my income. So.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I know, right?
Okay, what is your favorite Beachbody program?
Okay. Well, I have a couple, which is hard.
Okay.
Well, my newest favorite is Hammer and Chisel, obviously. Like, oh my gosh. I get in there and I'm like, yeah, like I'm going to like lift 50 pounds today. It feels so good. But I do also like Asylum.
Oh yeah?
A lot of people have never done it.
I haven't done one.
Yeah, the workouts are longer, like they're 45 minutes to an hour. Mm-hmm. But they're so fun because it's like sports agility, and actually got me into a weightlifting program. I have some weight program. So.
Wow, cool. Okay, last question. Do you do like a power hour, like during the day? Do you have a certain time that you do all of your reach outs and invites? And
yeah, so I've been struggling with, okay, so I've been struggling to wake up early. Like, girls, I don't know what is wrong with me, but like when my snooze goes off, it's like I'm still sleeping and I just hit it and I never know I hit it. So I'm working on that. But it's during the day when I drop off my second to kindergarten, and then I have like a 3-hour window. So my second, he's in school some of the days too. So I just get on there and I just crank it, because I have like an hour and a half before I have to go get him. And so I'm just like, you know, but it's mostly during the day. And I also work a lot during the night because my husband works nights.
Yeah.
So some nights I'll work up my kids to bed at 8 and I'll 10 or 11. So when I fit it in, but I do try to fit, go by that schedule. So I'm not always, so I have that scheduled off time too. So.
Okay. Last question. I just thought of one more. So we have a lot of new coaches on our team. Like, what is one really good tip that you would give like a brand new coach?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say confidence. Have confidence in everything, because once you have confidence, everything else is easy to do.
Even if you don't know what you're doing, just have
even
confidence.
If you don't know what you're doing, have confidence. Like, fake it. Like, if you don't know it, like,
fake it till you make it.
Fake
right?
it.
Like he says.
Yeah. Like, I've had coaches that have come in with full confidence and they've just blown it because they don't know what they're doing, but they don't care. And they just have like so much confidence and they just go out. And I know that's hard for a lot of people because I was like the shyest person when I first started. But just fake it. Like, I don't care. But have confidence. That would be a good one.
I love that. And have confidence in Beachbody because everyone who joins our team, like you've got like a strong team, so you can lean on them for, if you don't feel
Yeah.
like you
And have fun, like there can be like so many times in this business where it brings you down, but you have to think of all the positive things that Beachbody has brought to you instead of focusing on the negative things. And yeah, just have fun, because it's a fun business to work for,
Yes,
there's so much fun things to do.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't imagine life without Beachbody.
Yeah. I've had coaches that have been so close to Diamond and they've just quit. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with you? Like, why would you quit? Like, I don't get
I
that.
had a diamond quit. Oh, it's hard.
Really? Yeah.
So
Yeah. You're like, why? Like, that's just when your business is getting started, right?
no, I totally agree. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. I know you and you have your own team, so we're all so happy to have you.
Thank you. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'm super excited.
I can't wait.
Awesome. Okay, you guys have an awesome day.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll see you guys.
Hey, bye.